Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of EverQuest Mangler. I'm AC, and tonight we are going to be going into Plane of Fear. Almost forgot my own name there. Yeah, we're going to be going into Plane of Fear with the raid. So we'll turn the Discord on in just a minute, but we're a little late. Actually, I should say I'm a little late. They've already started. Just got into Fear, so we're going to be joining them, mid-raid, basically. Hopefully not too big of a deal. Let's close that down and start making our way over there, guys.
Got an ad feed. And a toad.
Toad first?
Oh, and some boots that I need.
Also need wearing.
I mean, shit, with those stats, I wouldn't blame you.
Alright, they're rolling out now.
Jesus, there's some nice boots, aren't they?
Do they have intellect on them? Damn, they don't.
No,
They have real stats for a month.
they have
They
real
have real
stats,
stats.
yeah.
They were a real dude.
He's a real boy. I was gonna say too. You stole that.
Wow, Redhorn. Nice parts on that one. Top 5.
Hacks. He
wonder
used
where-
Tom Touch.
So I can't help you.
I wonder where Renard's coming at with that two-hander of his.
I will. I'll once I get a longer fight, I'll tell you. I'm active parsing, so I have an overlay that's showing me all the fights.
Guys, again, charmed pets. Every pet should be over here by this tree. Where's all those pets at?
Yeah, waffles.
There's one right in front of.
And so, Waffles and who's our enchanter? Glow. If you guys can park your pets over here, please. Goku, if you want to FD that.
It's just gonna be the monkey and scare.
Okay, yeah, because the other two stopped chasing you.
Yeah, we'll get him one of these days.
My pet might be bringing a party.
Oh man.
I think he got punted or something.
But is it a pizza party?
Oh, there he is.
There's a
I only
fiend
want it if
staring
it's
at
going to be a pizza party.
Last fight: Renard, Blastoise, Goku, Richard Heat.
It's that damn two-hander of his. It's too nice.
Yeah, he's pushing. He's top 3 every time.
Hey, Runard, you can't find the next fight. Look over there. There's a shiny on the ground. Go get it. Go get it.
Oh, those are so good too.
something else I needed. Wow.
Yeah,
Might be able to AFK till Kunark after this, right?
AFK, Gunnar.
Probably gonna join that club. Make a whole separate guild. AFK to Kunark.
Might have to.
Oh, you were talking about them earlier, weren't you?
Oh, Miss Glow, bring your spider to the tree. You too, Waffle. This tree, yes. That way it gives you a second to catch it when it breaks.
Alright, looks like we're pretty good on buffs for now. So I'm gonna try and get back to full.
Now looks like we ran into a little bit of trouble on the way there, guys. We should be fine though. Pad got it.
Down in the back.
Sorry guys, I was just doing groups again.
I might have to summon a new pet when I get there, though.
Oh, good thing we don't have a paladin here for them boots.
What?
Grats
Wait,
rock.
what?
You didn't see the boots dropped?
Son of a bitch. There's a paladin here for them boots.
And when we look like we got what? Arms for the monk. Both are rolling, by the way.
Yeah.
There's only one of each of them here, so.
I just hit straight up hand.
Just find it if you can, so that we don't have to worry.
Uber, thanks guys.
Get some loot scraps, everybody.
Pog.
Those are nice mug items, actually. Look at that. 15 endurance.
Clarity 2 is 52, I think.
On TLPs maybe? I know on like,
54 on live.
yeah, on
Where
everywhere.
is it? 54.
54 on 99, sorry.
Got a low level warder for Fark.
Yeah, Fart, go ahead and see if you can charm that one, mate.
Someone taunt that shiver back. It's got a dot, so I can't run.
Fart refuses to get above 50. Because he doesn't get any spells, so he's like, there's no point. Please tell him he needs to get level 50.
Fart,
We've been trying.
level 50.
It won't resist you if you're 50.
It's like half a day in the hole. Easy.
You like have a day in the hole.
I mean, not the worst way to spend a weekend.
Right?
Is that
Who's
an Amy
gold?
warrior?
Oh, I thought that was gonna be a pet, so I just started pulling again.
What, you gotta take it dirty, fight, huh?
Oh, Spine Chiller won that DPS rating.
It's unfair.
What's
How
up?
man.
do we-
What's up, Cypher?
138.
Don't need poison, honestly.
The game crashed, so
The next closest was
I
Goku
figured
at
it was
37.
because of Discord, so I disconnected till I get back in the game.
That sounds about
Ah,
right.
okay. No, I was gonna say if you want to talk here on
Runner, when
Skype
he,
at the same time, because
Engaged right away, yeah, he's...
You know, the
I
whole guild
wasn't
thing
planning
going
on
there.
talking at all in Discord.
yeah, I'm not
Well, I
talking very
believe
much
it,
on
yeah.
Discord either. But I want to hear what they're saying at least.
Weapon, probably some nice string.
Yeah, actually, I'm not gonna listen to it.
Attack, all that skill.
I don't want to
Where's the
hear
triple
griping
so-
and complaining about clerics.
Capped at 100.
Some comments I see.
What makes you think they're gonna complain about clerks?
If you,
Because they gripe and complained about clerics last time because of the chain.
Yeah, but that was more to do with them, like the chain not knowing what they're doing, right? I wasn't there last time, so I'm assuming.
Is because Obi was getting frustrated instead of actually talking to him like real people.
But you've been in that same situation where you get frustrated.
No, I haven't.
You've never been
Not where I am being talked to like a child.
Oh, well, maybe, like I said, he was just tired or something, but
Hell no. Are you streaming at the moment?
I am streaming at the moment, yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say then.
Jeez. All right, well, we know where that was going, I think, but,
Just saying.
yeah, I know, Shix is kind of the same way when it gets to, like, the drama, because Bloodguard was going to go do Dragons at TOV the other night, and he kind of wanted to go, and you heard there was, like, 7 other guilds that were going as well.
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay, we're going to split the mobs up to go with these guilds, and these other ones are going to go with these guilds. And then some of the guilds were saying, nah, not necessarily, because we might finish early, which means we can then compete for the other ones. And, that kind of is just the way it goes. But at the same time, it creates so many headaches, like people going after the same mobs. You don't have that one on here. Like, these are instances. So the only drama you have is the drama you bring with you.
Yep.
So, yeah, I can kind of understand not wanting to throw there. But Yeah, having it up and listening to what they're saying. That way I can at least,
I
keep
can't
track.
even get into the game at the moment, so it's kind of pointless.
It did make me do an update on Steam when I loaded in. It had to do like drivers or something for DirectX.
It's not doing that for me. It actually says that I'm completely patched, and then acts like EverQuest Project 1999 does whenever I have too much internet being used.
Okay, you want to stop the Skype call and then see if you can get in?
Yeah, maybe that'll, once I'm into Fear, then it won't be a problem.
All right. I'll see you in a
All right.
bit.
Link it, Ashton. Come on, man.
God.
The heat flex is real.
Hockey.
Is it hotkey? No way. Probably go straight to the Warrior channel.
It is. It is. He has a hotkey. Don't let him lie.
Well, don't leave the fans hanging. Run. Link that beautiful whatever the hell to the raid.
Beautiful bean.
What would you call it? Like it's a I don't know. The weapon just looks so ugly.
Polar.
Yeah. It's a pole arm.
Pole arm. That's the one.
Yeah, it's 100% out of error.
It's called the pickle cutter.
Is that like hate revamp sort of drop or?
Yeah.
So that shit's dropping like the untamed.
No,
Save
they removed the armor and most of the weapons, but a couple got through.
I see. Ah, yes, it is a Howlroot. Yeah, you're right, Razel. That's the better term.
Yeah.
Because there used to be that ranger sword that dropped there that was like 1121 or something like that. It was just way better than anything you could possibly get.
Got a
Paladin
two scary
one.
wings and
Yeah, possibly a Polex. I think the Halbert's probably the best one though. The
Stunning.
Well, at least you didn't even need that because you had a 2439 Black and Alloy Bastard Sword, which was comparable in damage quite easily.
Spartacus is down.
just no haste. That 36% haste just makes it insane. I haven't done the maths in a while, but it makes it almost like 25-20 to.
Wonderful lore. There you go, enchanters. 3 charges.
Handy for them pep breaks in. Is it for pep break? It's a charm, right?
Yeah, it's charm.
So it's good for pep breaks in the middle of like boss. If you're that way inclined and you're like busy, it's like, oh shit, it's just an instant click charm.
What's up, man?
Alright, I'm in.
Nice.
I just don't know where else you would use it that would be efficient.
Yeah, we're killing pretty quick over here. Lucky if I get one blast off before the mob dies.
Yep.
AC, how do you get your camera to zoom out so far? F9 is your friend. F9 scrolls through all the different viewpoints that you get. Some of them are closer and they give you a nice bird's eye view around corners. This is obviously first person, your very first view that you get. The one I like is this one. Well, no, there's two. So this one or the one right before it they're basically the same. The second one allows you to kind of get a more elevated view on it by like 2 or 3 inches. It's just something you have to play around with. It does take a little while to get used to using this view and running around at the same time. People fall off of cliffs all the time.
Isn't that Vegeta that says that?
I think Nappa says it to Vegeta.
Yeah.
What about you, Cypher? Do you have a favorite view that you use or would like to use?
I just do normal. I don't third person.
So over the shoulder, you just scroll out.
Yep.
That's good inside of a dungeon. Because you don't really want to use the F9 keys in a dungeon. The walls are too close, and funny things happen with the camera, especially if you try it in Kazakh Thul. Go into the courtyard and use the F9 key. It actually comes off of its axis and freaks out a little bit. Also, if you're using that view and you jump into water, it will come off of its axis too. Somebody told me a trick on how to get it to recenter on the character, and I can't remember for the life of me what button that was, but there's a key that you can press and it will recenter. It might have been just like page up or the
5.
home button or something. Is it 5?
I think so. 5 on the number key. I may be wrong about that. That's what it normally is for most games.
We'll have to try it again next time it happens. The water thing is like notorious for it, though. That's always been a problem. Let's see, Kith, what's up, man? Mob target rings, different UI, Leckland character models. What blasphemy? Oh my god.
That's the only way.
Yeah.
It's the only way he can actually show it so that you know that it's not P99.
Well, that, and if I could actually speak tonight, things would be different, but...
Blasphemy?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a word.
Blasphemous?
There you go. That's exactly what I was saying.
Alright, I gotta unmute myself, and I'll go ahead and listen to the raid, I guess.
You're not muted?
I'm muted in Discord.
Yeah, so am I. Painful to see. I mean, the thing about it is, we've had this discussion on P99, and we asked people, because I was kind of curious. I'm the same way you guys are, where I like the older graphics. I want to see the older graphics. But I wanted to know what you guys thought. And a lot of the time you guys were saying about 50-50, actually. Some of you guys like the newer graphics. Some of you guys hated the newer graphics. So on P99, because it's a classic server, and partially because that's how I like to see it, I went with the older graphics. And if I could have the original UI, as much flack as I get for saying this, I would go with the original UI. It would clog up most of the screen, but I think it would be amazing to have. They just haven't finished it yet. It just does not work effectively, so I haven't used it. But coming over to live server, live is a different beast. It is not even remotely related to EverQuest in any way other than story and zones. The mechanics are completely different. The way a character feels completely different. So I kind of wanted to stress that point as much as possible. And graphics is an easy way to do that. Just show you guys that it's not classic. So you tried listening to raid chat for like 10 seconds and it was too much for you?
Yep, I'm good.
Were they screaming and yelling at somebody?
Nah. I don't know what it is. It's not that I guess the thing for me is that this server, for me, I'm over it. I mean, I could either come here and spend time gearing up a character that I will not continue at some point, or I could work on Memphis or Malagdori or Drakmir, people that I actually have a lot of time invested into that I plan to continue to play. It just doesn't make any sense of why I would even spend more time on a live server at all. I mean, it's been brought up to maybe change over to Agnar because it's already at a certain point. But to be honest, it's not my mindset. My mindset is that why waste any of my time on these servers?
I mean, I had a lot of fun the first 4 days, 5 days. Like leveling up, and you were competing with everybody.
Full bore leveling.
So I just thought maybe we burned ourselves out a little bit. But as we got higher and higher level, and we started playing around with, pickup groups and meeting some of the community out there, it became less and less enjoyable because of the people that you run into, which is weird to say and kind of horrible at the same time, to be like, oh man, we just don't like the community. Because that's not really the case. There's a lot of good people on the server, but there's also a lot of really crappy people on the server too.
But I have no problem saying that, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just one of those weird things where because there is money to be made, you have that set of people. And I've never run into like gold miners as much as I have here on the TOP.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're out there in other games, and I'm sure people run across them, taking really good spots. WoW was a game that I heard people having issues with that on back in the day when they were actually selling gold for money. But again, I never got to experience that, and even if you did, it was probably on a small scale. It's on such a large scale here that it's not only something you run into, but it's in your face. Everywhere you go, it's there. It's... So there's that aspect, obviously, and that definitely has an impact on your enjoyability. I know Shix, early on, he could have had a really hard time getting his head around it and wanting to play on the server at all because of it.
I mean, I'm pretty much in the same boat as him. I feel the same way.
And then, of course, you have, like, the boxing.
Oh, snap. There's an upgrade.
Ooh, yeah, wizard, man.
That is a absolute upgrade.
Yeah, 7 intelligence. I still like the raiding part, though. Like, I like hanging out with the guild and doing the hard targets, figuring things out together. Oh, you're not rolling on it?
No, we're both rolling on it.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said good luck. He said good luck to me, good luck to him.
Kith says, to be honest, I don't mind the graphics. It's mostly the mechanics. I'd agree with you there. Super laid back is the way to go on this one. all the characters are a little stronger than they should be. All the mobs are a little weaker.
I agree. All right, let's... Oh, I got it. I got it.
Congrats, man.
Dude, that's such a huge upgrade.
Buy now right on the loot window. What's up, Talon? How you doing, man? I saw you guys just put out a new patch on P99. How's everybody enjoying the server? You know, we were just having that conversation, me and Cypher, and, you know, Shix has already made up his mind on that one, and the answer is not as much as we were the first few days. I think community really makes a game like this, and while the raid force that we have, the guild that we're in, is a great group of people that I really enjoy hanging out with, the rest of the community, not so much. Mechanics kill it for me as well. The lack of risk is a big issue. There is no risk whatsoever. Like, if you want to go to Plane of Hate and, you know, try your luck to see what happens, you don't have to go back and get your body, so there really is no risk at all other than I lose a little bit of experience.
Oh, what do you have on your head, sir? You got lemon crusted?
I have my elemental binder, which is 5 intelligence, 5 AC, 5 cold, 5 fire.
It's actually not a bad item, to be honest.
No.
I could only offer you 4 AC, 5 mana, 2 strength, 5 intelligence, 4 charisma.
Nah, I'll pass on that one for now.
Yeah. I don't see Winter. I would have given it to Winter.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be on. Winter was here earlier. He might be on a different tune, yeah. Let's see, the Gold Diggers might not be as bad on Salos as it moves so fast with monthly unlocks.
No, I think they are even more worse over there, probably because of the fact that they do have such a fast slide pace. There's always something new that they're able to go and farm for quick turnover. Did your pet just die?
He sure did.
Did you just let your pet die?
I mean, I didn't let him die. I assisted the group, and then they let him die. Well, we know how to play and power level much better today than we did 20 years ago, so that is part of the reason Classic is easier. I miss corpse runs. I do miss my corpse runs. And I think, you know, if they ever started a green server on P99 where it had the old school mechanics, but they kind of redid the game to start with the original zones and only the original zones, I do feel like there would be people who are level 50 within, oh man, what would you think, Cypher? Like the first week at least, right?
I'm sorry?
If they did a green server, how long do you think it would take for a level 50 to be on the server?
Probably wouldn't take very long, but I wouldn't care about that, to be honest.
No, I'm just saying, like, they would max their level out probably just as quick, if maybe just a little slower. I mean, they still have the hell levels and things of that sort in Classic, so maybe 5 days, maybe 6 before you see a level 50 on the server. But there's ways, like you said, that you know how to get there faster. You know, there's goblins you can kill, you can kite around with a bard.
Quad kite with a wizard.
Cream, you guys can't leave Mangler. I joined a group raid with you all. Hopefully, I'm not going anywhere. We're just kind of talking about some of the things we like and some of the things we don't like. It sounds like Cypher's getting a little burned out. Shix is kind of in that same boat. But me, Nonal, Heat, Shariki, Obex, Let's Go. Like, we're all over here. We're still playing. But you kind of knew this was going to happen. Like, we definitely like P99 more. So it's kind of hard to play live and not sometimes feel like the mechanics you really want to be there for whatever reason just aren't.
Ooh, who's Waffles?
Taylor says we will what? You guys are going to start a green server? I know you guys have mentioned it in the past. Sirkin talked about it a little bit here and there, but I think the thing he said on that one more than anything else was they wanted to make sure that blue was absolutely done. Like everything they wanted done on that one was finished before they started another one. If you remember, I know it's always, a little ways off, but Luckling gets very tough. And that might spice it up, too. That might be something for Cypher. I know Planes of Power will definitely be nice. Oh,
snap.
Ranger only, yeah. Look at that.
Do we have our Ranger with us?
I don't know, actually.
Ranger, where have you gone to play?
We do, Blastoids.
Nice.
Yeah, once POP comes out and we can go to Planet of Innovation, Planet Time, dude, that's going to be amazing in my book. I don't know about you, Cypher.
I can't wait for that. I mean, that is the thing. That's the only thing that keeps me playing currently. Winter said that it was still letting him play Mangler without it, with him being over. So we're gonna see, because I only have 1 day left.
I only have 3 on mine before I have to use a thing, and
yeah, I'm trying not to though. Hopefully it doesn't auto chrono me. We'll see. I may have to take the chronos out and put it into a bank on another character or on another server.
I don't think it uses it automatically, and if it's in that chrono slot, I think it's between all your characters on any server, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I could take it out of that slot just in case it tries to auto chrono.
I don't think that's how it works. I think you have to hit the consume button.
Okay.
TOV got rooted on P99. I heard about that. They're not all the mobs, but a few of them in there. So he got tired of all the We're watching the raid scene stag date. We're finally moving forward. Yeah, we'll see how it works out. I was hearing people already form plans to basically do things that obviously the reason they're being rooted is to stop them, and they're already trying to figure ways around it. So we'll see how long it takes for people to start trolling each other in there, even with the rooted mobs.
Dude, I'm looking at that breastplate. That breastplate is actually pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah, and it has a nice color to it as well.
The only problem is that it doesn't have resist. I was hoping for resist. Are we? You gotta let me know if we have if we're going for a
Oh, I don't.
thing.
I don't have them on Discord. I listen
Oh,
to
you're
it
not
now. No,
listening
no.
to it?
I'm back here. I'm staying next to the cleric. As long as there's a cleric next to me, we're good. So did I read the thing on the P99 Discord? Let's see. Really good write-up. Story from last night. I want to see the best sides of P99. No, so I didn't read the little forum. Let me click on it and see what it says. Wow, it's a pretty long forum page. When I first read the changes to TOV, I thought my time in raiding in this game was over. Why on earth would I want to spend hours clearing trash mobs with our current system? Yeah, I was hearing some people talk about why people are clearing trash mobs, other guilds were kind of sitting behind them, and the moment they got close to the mob, they would leapfrog over them. So
Apparently that didn't actually happen.
They were talking
it
about
seemed
it,
like
though.
they were cordial.
you know it's gonna happen though. Like they're cordial now until somebody does something they don't like, and then it just goes all down the drain.
I mean, the thing is though, all the clearing they did, they got a lot of nice items off those flurries because all those drakes leading up to VM and Valakathir, I believe, if I remember correctly, they're all flurried drakes. So they had a lot of mobs, and they got a lot of good loots. That shield that you complained about, that monk necklace, or face, or whatever it was.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the guy's forum. Basically, he's saying the exact same thing we were about the leapfrogging, and how everybody assumed that was going to be the case, but everybody's playing nicely with one another for now.
But that's all. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, you could have probably had Azurgard go up there and do it themselves, just because of the fact that they have the people to do it.
Like, Aftermath is nice.
You may
once
actually
in a while.
start to see it change over time.
Yeah, Aftermath is nice every once in a while. They do a clear for TOV to help some of the server out. They share mobs when they feel like it. But they can also be the reverse, just like any other guild out there. And, you know, be jerks about it too. So we'll see how long that relationship lasts between the different guilds. How does green differ from blue or Mangler? Green is basically the exact same thing as blue, except it would start from the scratch, from day one in classic EverQuest. So those people who came into blue late, like I did, I came in when it was already like 6-7 years old. I missed out on like the mana stones and the mask and, you know, a whole bunch of other things in the game, Hallgrim speeds, things of that sort that no longer drop. You also kind of missed out. For me, the most important thing is going to like Plane of Fear, Plane of Hate, back when those zones hadn't been revamped yet and they had different mechanics to them. Also, when the max level is only 50 and you go into Plane of Fear or you go into Plane of Hate, it's a completely different experience. Like, you're just going to get your butt kicked so much easier than a level 60 group going in there with full, you know, Kunark gear or Velius gear. And then I think they talked about merging the two servers together when they got to the right stage to do so. Let me turn their Discord back on and see what they're doing.
You Saturday Sky.
don't know why they're fighting out there. They're not saying. Just glad that anything got done to TOV, even if it doesn't work. Adjust and do something else. We've been in the same state for way too long.
Well, locking the mobs is something that ended up happening on live anyway. So, I mean, I think it's a good idea to lock them. You do kind of alienate people who don't have that ability to clear to those locations, but by clearing to those locations, I bet you every guild that was part of that big old group has a Koth Mage in that area now. In a safe spot. And the only safe spot that I know to that area is probably the POM corner. That's a lot of people that have to stop, not move at all as soon as they're caught.
Yeah, they've went through a lot of plans and trials to try to get the server to agree to play nice with one another without having to babysit them. I know Sirkin's talked about it on his stream before, the different plans that they've put into motion. And some of them work quite well for a while, with the help of the guilds cooperating with one another. You lose a good leader, you lose a few good leaders from different guilds, officers change, the dynamics of the server change, and those things just fall apart so easily. So it comes down to community. Like, we have to help regulate and play nice with one another, and that's really hard to do when people are competing against one another for very limited items. But if you don't, the whole thing goes to crap. So kind of got to see that earlier. Was it this week or last week when Aftermath sat on a target because there was no GMs on the server watching what they were doing? Green equals P99 TOP. Yeah, pretty much. Except they don't charge you for it. Completely free. Green would progress on a realistic time.
It's a little bit of a pain, isn't it?
It just the way that it's set up, they're the most annoying to mobs to kill, and it's just stingy, I guess. It's not like in Hate where there's 30 different mobs that'll drop cleric items and
Cryo Silk.
Yeah, it looks like they're going after spiders right now.
What's this segregation?
It's a thing that was around in the early 20th century. You couldn't go to the same school as other people.
That's the necros. You can't keep them down.
Listen, you both showed up late, so you both get in the same group late.
Winner!
Sounds like Winter is on.
Is he?
Yeah, he just logged in.
Oh, I see him. I already found out he already has the same helmet as I was wearing. I'm just gonna sell the one I have so I can make some money.
Wait, shit.
Let's pass it around.
Actually, it gives me more mana too if I win it.
What?
After the first month, TOPs are free if you know how to farm. Just buy Chrono with in-game play. Absolutely.
From last raid.
That's Velius. Done.
Do we have a tailor?
Cool window should tell you. All in the notes.
It does not say.
Yeah, I don't think we do.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I haven't heard anybody speak up saying they're a tailor.
I think code can make woos, maybe just past woos.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I just random through
Did I roll on that?
and got
Yeah, it's just me and you.
Island Lion gave me a high quality pelt.
Oh, there we go. Classic.
What is that for? The veil?
Code is.
It's a face item.
But you need 221 for the fleeting quiver to be.
Did you not know that you rolled on
I
it?
did not know that I rolled on that.
For a
did you have it set to always roll on it?
I guess I did. It's still better than what I'm wearing, but the little message went away. So.
Well, it won't allow you to roll for it next time.
Why won't it?
Because it's a no drop lore item.
It's not lore.
Oh, okay.
It's not lore.
It's not lore.
Okay.
And I didn't loot it. I didn't loot it. The little message
What
says,
is
"Do
with
I
that
want to?"
jeweler? Is he still playing?
You have to loot it.
There we go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm going in there to change it.
advanced
Just a
loot.
suggestion. Hey, maybe we should make a
Edit
channel in
filters.
Discord.
I think it is, and you can
just
actually
put
type in what it
requests
is you're looking
so
for.
that he knows he can just jump on and do an order.
Wraith and Fiend add.
Yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing.
I broke your mez. My bad.
We're back in a start cup of coffee.
coffee. It's beer time.
Telling if time is money, then you're always paying for EQ. You know, but some people don't have a income who are playing, so or just don't like paying their own money. I like the idea of being able to play a game that you want to enjoy and you don't really have to ever put more in than what you're already getting out.
Yeah.
It's a nice concept. I've never seen it done right, though. They had Diablo 3 with the cash, with like auction house thing that people absolutely hate it, and they get rid of almost immediately. EverQuest Live with the Chronos, a dreadful system, especially on a TLP. Maybe on Live it's not so bad, but Jesus, it's too many boxers. There was that other game we looked at too, Cypher. I don't know if you remember the name
Gotta
of
say
it.
that plus the one-way ticket to freedom.
It was a an MMO RPG, but the entire game was pay. Like you had to use real currency to buy bullets and all that stuff.
Europa.
Europa, there you go. And everybody on that thing went into it knowing that, and some people made a lot of money, some people lost a lot of money. It's a weird type of game, but I guess it did okay. The graphics on it sucked, in my opinion, and the combat sucked, in my opinion, looking at it. I was like, there's not anything really enjoyable about the game, except you can make money off of it.
Yeah.
Like, that was it.
You can actually withdraw at any time. The thing, I watched some videos on it, and it showed it was this guy who would pretty much go out and find resources, and that was his whole job. That's all he did while he played that game.
Yeah,
was find resources.
Yeah,
so he can make money.
I watched people who'd go out and farm creatures and kill them. The creatures didn't attack back, and really the only thing that mattered was how often you missed, which was based off of your skill, which was leveled up based off of how often you use that ability. So there wasn't any challenge to killing the creatures. It was just how much money are you willing to pump into your ammo, and are you making back more money than you're losing? So yeah. I don't understand why it did so well, other than, like I said, some people were getting rich, yeah.
But I mean, what was that one game, Second Life or something? I don't think that was pay to play, and you could make a lot of real money out of just selling your real estate in that game. Like, you could make a club, have it hopping, people coming through, and as long as if somebody liked it enough, they would make a real life money request to buy it. We're talking hundreds of thousands, and even a more than $1 million purchase at one point, apparently.
For what point? Like, what were people getting out of it as far as making their money back?
So whenever if you opened your own bar, you were making in-game currency, apparently, that I guess, could be converted. I don't know. I never played the game. I don't know how it
So
works.
it sounds exactly like the other system. You made in-game currency that had a set price in real cash.
Right, but I think the difference was that people made their money through jobs that they did in the game. So it wasn't.
Somebody
It was just how much time did you want to spend to make the money, and then that kind of thing.
It can't work that way though. As far like somebody has to be putting the money behind.
Yeah.
The actual currency. Otherwise, there's nothing to be had there. There's no backing. So you could have 1 million, platinum, but that 1 million platinum means nothing.
Well, okay, so make real money in Second Life is simple. In concept, simply offer goods or services that residents want to buy, accumulate L cash, whatever, which is their currency, and then exchange them for real money. Second, making money in Second Life is a lot like making money with a blog. So pretty much, okay. So people, it was RMT pretty much, real money transfers for the so-called Ls.
Now I get that again, but why is anybody buying the Ls with real
Why
cash?
do people buy platinum in EverQuest?
So they can get the best items in the game and kill the best mobs. Again, in Second Life, there's none of that stuff. There's no challenge. There's no game. You just run around, you dance, and you get butt naked.
Okay, so residents can buy Ls with real world money at the Lindex, Second Life's currency exchange. Oh, it's a currency exchange. Currently, $1 buys 250 Ls. Residents can work for money within Second Life. So this sounds like it's within the game itself. So the game itself converts L's into real life money.
Yeah, it's the same thing the other game
does.
does. The other game does the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But to earn money in the game, to earn the L's in the game, you have to do something that people are willing to pay real money for.
So it says residents can work for money within Second Life for other residents. More about this below. Residents can start their own business selling goods and services. More about that below as well. How can Second Life earn real money? Making real money in Second Life is simple. Got that.
It's the same system. It's the exact same system as the other game.
Yeah.
And what it comes down to is people playing the game not because it's an enjoyable game, because they want to make money off of it. Because the other game, when I was watching it, before I knew that you could make money off it, the only thing I kept thinking of is, like, why is anybody playing this? Like, it looks like a broken game. It does not look like it's finished at all.
That's how I felt about Second Life. I don't understand Second Life at all. It doesn't... I guess if you started playing it whenever the game came out, but apparently if you get a job or do a job, you're not paying to do that job. You're making the money. I guess there has to be a point at which money is entered. Wow, we got a lot of these guys.
Oh no, there's absolutely a point where money is entered.
I don't know. I guess I'd hope that there's money that's being made. With, like, if you have a job in the game and the game itself pays you, that there's a way that you can make money from the game itself, and then
it wouldn't be profitable. Like, why would the game pay you real money? Like, what are they getting out of it?
Not saying real money. I'm saying,
but all of it's real money. Like, if they pay you L's can be converted into real money. So at some point, the game is paying you real money.
Yeah, that's true.
And
but
why would they do that?
Or what they would do is in that game Europa, it actually starts you out with money. It just doesn't start you out with very much money. It starts you out with enough that you can start doing what you need to do. Like, you have enough money that you can go buy the items you need to go start mining, or to get the bullets that you need to start using your gun to start hunting. But other than that, you go from there. If you don't make good with that, then either you quit the game or you continue with your money until you start making money back.
Which almost none of them ever did.
I think a lot of people did, but because there's some videos where people are flying. They have flying cars that they bought with the money, and they could sell those cars to get their money back if they wanted to. So it was more of an investment that had no depreciated value.
I mean, you're talking about like the 1% on the top of the game. It's a pyramid scheme, is what it is. The guys on the top are making sure that you think you can make a lot of money off it. Because I was watching plenty of videos on there, and there was some guy who bought a planet and built a nightclub and sold off all the little luxury places, paid like $1 million for it, and then ended up making like 10 or 15 million out of it. But everybody else who came into it late didn't make anything.
Well, here's what I would think you would end up doing is, let's say you join the game, and there's a business that, like a bar, and you go and become a bartender. So you're making money from the owner of the establishment. They're making money from all of the people who visit the establishment. You are just the bartender during the time that you are willing to play. And then you get paid from them. That's how you make money. You take your money, you save it, you invest in your own business, and then you move on from there.
Yeah, so it's like a normal job. But what I'm saying is, why is anybody going to the bar to buy a drink? In real life,
it's a Second Life.
In real life, you get drunk. But why would I ever spend real currency in a video game to get drunk when it does nothing for me?
Because it's a hangout spot. The reason that game exists is for people to be able to communicate with other people. And however they do it.
You could do that for free on like a gazillion platforms. Why would you ever spend a penny?
I know what you're saying, but people have been married in that game. People have met their significant other. We can say that about EverQuest and any other game we've played before. Dark Age of Camelot. I know people who've gotten married through that game, but Second Life is one of those platforms for them. It really is, if you want to think about it, it's a message board that allows you to conversate with people, and you use emotes, and you go to the bar and you hang out with them, you get to talk with them, get to know them, and you meet other people at the bar.
I think that's the way it started out, but I think eventually it turned into a pyramid scheme without people realizing it.
Well, I think the money portion really isn't the biggest part of it. You can do what you want as far as the money portion of it, but I'm sure people did jobs and then they went and hung out at night at the bars. And they would spend some of their money at the bars to get drinks, to hang out with their friends. And then if they wanted to, they could go further with that. I mean, it's probably people who are actual entrepreneurs that went and did real entrepreneur kind of things inside of the game.
Let's see. Darkly Drift says, I have a family member who made textures for a living on Second Life for years, skins and clothing. Kiss says, it's Facebook with RMT.
Yeah.
And Cream says, EQ Buddy, his wife plays Second Life, and she does interior decorating in the game for money. I mean, maybe I just have to jump in and try it out.
Yeah.
But
I'm down to try the game out with you if we want to set some time aside and try it out, because honestly, I tried it a long time ago and I never understood the game. I didn't even know what to do.
See, that's the thing. I'm not grasping the idea behind it, because I don't think we're gonna make a penny off of that game. That's not why I would be trying it out.
But I wouldn't be trying it for that either.
Yeah.
I would be
just so I can
just
understand what
understand
exactly
the
this is supposed to be.
Yes, understand the experience. Meet new people. And
buy them virtual drinks apparently.
I know, but honestly, if I had real internet, I would want to spend more. I would rather spend my time in a Grand Theft Auto 5 roleplay server.
Oh, dude, that would be amazing. I had wanted to do that for a while.
I want to do that so bad.
Insane Clown Posse, man.
No, there's the one that were you watching the DOJ roleplay, or were you watching the No Pixel roleplay?
The DOJ.
You need to watch No Pixel. No Pixel is amazing. They have a whole lot more emotes that they can do. They have a whole lot more they can do with their cars, upgrades, that kind of thing. A lot of the things that, where they said that I'm taping your mouth now. I'm handcuffing you now. That kind of thing. Well, handcuffs actually were available in DOJ, I believe.
Yeah, they were.
But you can actually you can actually rob somebody after you've put them in handcuffs. You can rob them. That kind of thing. So you actually get to see what's in their inventory and take their guns or money or whatever it is. But check out No Pixel. Check out Chain Gang, the Lean Boys, BOIS.
Yeah, it lends itself really well for that type of video game, especially when you're driving around. Wish we could do something like that for EverQuest, but I just can't see how a system like that would work.
I couldn't do it in EverQuest. I could absolutely do that in Grand Theft Auto. I would have no problem with that in Grand Theft Auto, but I don't know how I would do it in EverQuest.
It would have to be a skit. It would have to be like pre-recorded, and we just do voices or something. It wouldn't be as much as like off the cuff.
The thing that's really cool about the Grand Theft Auto is they're using the in-game voice and they're talking off the top of their heads. They're committing to the character that they are. Like there's a guy named Mr. Chang who does I can't even explain. I'll send you a video of Mr. Chang, and I mean it's just the way he talks. Like there's a guy named Charles. He calls him Chawas. Hey Chawas, how you doing? Something like that. But he does the full voice, and he live streams it at the same time, so you can actually hear him talking to the people like his stream. Like, hey guys, how's it going? Blah blah blah. Yeah, I think blah 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 is hilarious, and then he goes into his voice as if it's nothing. It's like his identity while he's playing that game. That's pretty amazing.
It is pretty good. I've never been able to really do voices, so.
Well, some of them don't do voices. Charles, actually, he just has a modulator that makes his voice deeper.
Right. I got some of those that I can play around with too, but
yeah,
they're not quite as good as if you could do your own voice.
Yeah. I was thinking about, I already know what I have a whole book in my head on this one character, and it would be perfect in that setting. He's a cleaner though, of anything. Cleans anything. Cars, houses, clean.
Bodies.
Whatever. Money. Anything.
Nah, I'd have to do a clown or something. Be roaming around. No, there's definitely clowns in the game, and I think it would be creepy as hell to be like this weird clown going around and causing all sorts of havoc.
There was one video where they were. I actually last night, before I went to bed, I actually sat and watched one of the streams. Well, I didn't watch the whole thing. It's like 6-8 hours long. I think that's for an epic
warrior
player. Yep. No, that's Shadow Knight epic. I think. No, somebody's epic. Bard epic.
Donald's here. Ah, there we go. Warrior shield.
Oh, dude.
It's not very often a warrior needs to use a shield, but, you can have it in their arsenal.
Well, Big Ton was actually talking about how he would use a shield to protect with one of his abilities.
Guys wondering why there's so much warrior gear on top of the Shadow Knight mobs.
Oh,
that's a good question, actually. Either way, it's good to get those out of the way. But I do know that guy didn't get very much Shadow Knight gear the last time we were here, so he's probably hoping to get some tonight.
Yeah. But yeah, I have a character named Nestor Vargas. The only way I could do him is through he's a serial killer. But he only kills certain kinds of people in certain kinds of ways.
It's amazing that when people play a game like Grand Theft Auto, nobody's like, I just want to be an accountant. Like,
actually, there's people who play lawyers. And this is why I like the no.
They do, but I don't think they start out that way.
I
I don't think they start out with like, I wanted to be a lawyer the first time around. I think everybody starts off with, I want to be some kind of crazy criminal. And once they get their fill of that, they go like, I want to be a cop. And then once they get their fill of that, they're like, let me just be a normal person for a little while and see how that works out.
I don't know. Some of the people, they just play it as it comes. There's Markiplier played, and his whole get up was that he was a waterman. He brought water to the people. And that was his life goals, was to bring water to the people.
It's not even a real thing.
Yeah, it is, because what happened is he watched, and people are always having to drink a lot of water in the game. He figured, well, since all these people have to drink all this water, why don't I just go ahead and be Tim Wheeler, the water dealer? And so he would. He ended up getting himself set up as a hostage because of it. Like, he was talking to one of the people, and they were like, yeah, we need a big order of water. How much water do you have on you? He's like, I have 87 bottles, sir. I can bring them right over. And so he brings them over. Yeah, bring them over to the Polito Bank, and we'll pay you $400 for it. So he ends up taking it over there, and they hold him and the person who drove him over as hostage. So it was and
I get in the game
they
that
start talking about
thing, but
where'd this water come from? By the way, it tastes horrible. Oh, the fresh waters of the whatever springs right over the hill from here. So, don't you know that's like that's an iron mill? That's where all the iron goes into, or something like that. Oh, I did not know that, but I guarantee you this is 100% pure water. Here, let me drink some for you. But his whole shtick, the whole time he played, every time he answered the phone, is that Tim Wheeler, the waterman. I don't think he ever sold water, though. He gave water away to people, but he never sold water.
Yeah, I could understand being like a convenience clerk or a bank teller. Going door to door to sell water, though, like that doesn't seem very just like game specific, because there's so much water and you need to be drunk.
Yeah, well, what you're able to do on there is they have Twitter. They also have a post like job board.
Yeah, I saw that on the guy's stream.
And you can post that you want to sell water. I guess. They were the guy he was with was like, I forget what was happening. He ended up getting stressed, and early on, like in the first 20 minutes of playing the game, he met a guy who offered him crack. He's like, no, sir, I don't need crack for anything, sir. And then finally he gets to this desperate point where he's like, he calls them, yeah, you were mentioning crack, and it ends up leading into them going and robbing. It was like, no, I can't. In all honesty, give you crack. It'd be the wrong thing for you, Tom. You have a mission. I can't do that to you. But if you help me with something, I'll give you some money, and it'll help you on your way of buying the water you need. So they go and steal, and he gets like $400 or $500. and they go over to a convenience store to buy food and water, and he buys $400 worth of water. And that's it. That's the whole thing. I don't know. But there's also a house dealer. There's a guy who plays as a house dealer. He has an assistant. There's 3 judges in No Pixel. There's there's EMTs. There's a doctor. There's a whole established ecosystem going on within the game. So maybe they started out with a character where they wanted to be one thing and then they changed to another, because I think you can have up to 6 character slots on the server. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. Definitely would like to try it one day.
Yeah.
All right, give me a second. I got a text from my brother. I gotta go call him real quick.
Right on.
I'll be back.
Yep.
Alright, I am back, but I am going to have to head out here. So we're going to end the stream early, guys. Definitely want to thank you all for watching. Sorry you didn't get to see all the way to the end of the raid, but we will give you an update on what they ended up taking out later, maybe tonight or tomorrow at least.
All right, man.
All right, so hopefully you guys will have a wonderful night. We'll definitely catch you next time, guys. Again, sorry for the abrupt end.